Hey everybody, Dr. Bill Crawford here again, psychologist, speaker, corporate trainer, life coach. Here again with another short video to help you bring more clarity, confidence, and creativity to everything you do. Today we're going to look at the subject of imagination, fear, and success, and specifically how people use their imagination to either succeed or maybe might be getting in the way of that success. There's a quote I'm using that speaks to this. It's from author Adele Brookman. She says, actually adapted from author Adele Brookman since I changed it a little bit. She says, let's use our imagination not to scare ourselves to death, but to bring ourselves to life. Don't you like that? Because I think it's so common how people have a tendency to use their imagination to scare themselves to death, almost to try to deal with failure by imagining failure and then using that as a motivation to succeed. Imagining getting a bad grade as a motivation to study. Imagine doing poorly on an audition or an interview as a way of getting into a particular school or play or organization. And what I'm going to suggest is that just works minimally if it works at all. Yeah, you might use your imagination to scare yourself into studying more, but remember, for those of you who are familiar with my life from the top of the mind philosophy, that fear is engaging the lower 20% of the brain. The knowledge, your ability to bring yourself to life in an audition, in an interview, in a test, is all in the upper 80% of the brain. So when we use the lower 20% to try to engage the upper 80%, it's less than successful. I suggest we use our imagination to bring ourselves to life, to imagine who we are in that audition, in that test, in that interview, any situation that we want to be successful in. What are the qualities and characteristics we want to bring to that? We want to be clear about those. We want to be confident in our ability to do that. Who are we when we are engaged with a person, when we are bringing our best to a situation? What's our body language like? What's our tone of voice like? How is our enthusiasm for whatever we're wanting to get across present in the way we engage others and bring our best to a situation? When we can imagine that, we engage the upper 80% of the brain, we create an image of what we want versus what we don't want, and the potential that we'll then be able to do that when the situation actually comes around is multiplied exponentially. It goes up by leaps and bounds. So rather than using our imagination to scare ourselves to death, to try to create happiness by avoiding pain, to try to create a successful relationship by avoiding rejection, there's another quote I love to use that says, when our purpose becomes avoidance, our life becomes a void. And for those of you who have experienced what it's like to live in a void, to create a void, to experience life as a void, a lack of things, a lack of connection, a lack of purpose, know that that void is created by that lower 20% of the brain. It's all about fear, and it's all about using our imagination to scare ourselves to death. Instead, I suggest, again, as author Adele Brookman suggests, we bring ourselves to life. We imagine our best, and we go into that situation clear about who we are, confident in our ability to do that, and having access to all of our creativity. I hope you found this valuable. I try to keep these videos short. For those of you who would like to receive my weekly quotes on a regular basis, all you got to do is go to my website, billcrawfordphd.com, or just drop me an email and I'll put you on the quote list, because every week I send out one of these quotes to about 5,000 people on my quote list. And if you're not already on there, feel free to go to the website and sign up. It's free. And for those of you who would like for me to come and create a presentation for your organization where I bring this kind of information about how the brain works, passion, about how we can be successful to your colleagues, all you've got to do, again, go to the website, hit the contact button, and I would be happy to talk with you about that. In the meantime, here's to you bringing more clarity, confidence, and creativity to everything you do, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.